Hello guys, welcome back to LetCode once again. In this video, we're going to learn how to create this dashboard area. So here we can select, we have all tests, we have passed, we have failed, and few other details, right? So we're going to learn how to create this dashboard with beautiful CSS, I mean. So for CSS, of course, there are a lot of frameworks. We can also write from scratch, but I am not that much aware of CSS. So rather creating from scratch and wasting time, we can probably go with the CSS framework. For example, mostly I have used this Bulma IO. So this is, I'm very familiar with this because if you see our website, right? So letcode.in, it is entirely built with Bulma CSS. So already I have used it and I have done few other projects also with this Bulma CSS. So I feel it's very easy for me to quickly develop something. So I have chosen this. That is the only reason, and of course it is very good also compared to any other. But there are other also, like the famous ones are there, like I'm not getting the names, but yeah, there are other things are as well, right? So for example, bootstrap is there, and other things are also there, but mostly I prefer this Bulma, and of course it supports the dark and light theme as well. So if you see, our report also support the same, so that's the reason I'm choosing this Bulma CSS. Okay, now of course we can write it from the scratch, or I will leave up to you at least to learn the CSS. So I will just quickly add few datas and I will show you how to extract the data and embed into the web HTML. Before that, of course, in our previous video, if you remember, we have we have built this reporter, right? So where we got the details we need, so we have to just make it a beautiful. Okay, so let's get started now. So first of all, if you go to our autonomy report, so what we have done is we have created this p tag, and then we have compiled it, and then we have created, right? So this is good for few lines, but when we build the entire project, for example, if you go and check the autonomy report code base, the HTML size is really big. Okay, because we have a lot of things, right? So we have the dashboard, we have the chart, we have the uh, data to get from the user, we have all the test, and once we click on that, the right hand side we have these things, right? And of course it supports the steps, the code snippet, the error logs, the screenshot, the videos, the tags, right? So we have to build a lot of things. So we cannot of course do everything within the this file, and TS, in the sense, like as the name suggests, we have to write the TypeScript, not the HTML code. So we have to move this from this file to another file. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to create a yeah, for the sake of understanding, let's make it in the SRC folder itself. Okay, so I'll just name it like template.hbs, and here of course we have to create the basic UI. Okay, let's name it like autonomy report, autonomy playwright report. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to add the Bulma CSS, right? So if you go to the documentation, if you go to the installation, yeah, installation. So there are two ways actually. You can download the npm package as npm install Bulma, and you can build your SAS file, and then you can do it. That is what I have done. But SAS file is another topic. Probably I will do that maybe in later videos. Now we can just go with the CSS import. We are going to use the HTML link. That should work fine. Okay, so what is the disadvantage here is, like, you cannot customize the color. For example, if you see the autonomy report, this primary color for the scroll bar, this scroll bar and this color are my primary colors. That is what I have followed. So in my LetCode website also, you can see this the color I have followed. So I have built the SAS file, but when we use the pre-built, for example, when you use this CDN, we cannot do any changes. The default color will be like your primary color will be like your this blue color theme. So for example, let me show you. And yeah, one more thing you have to remember, you have to go to your extension and search for handle bar, and yeah, this one by others. Okay, so we have to install this extension because HBS file is not typical your HTML file. Few of the syntax VS Code cannot understand. So we have to install this extension to understand or to format the code in a better way. Okay. So this one, Handlebars by Adarsh. Okay. Now coming back to this handlebar, I mean, yeah, this is actually HBS is handlebar file. Okay. I might mention it HTML in the following videos, but remember it's a HBS file. Okay. Um, yeah. Let's add it just h1 tag and let's say like welcome, and let's open this in live server. So right click and you will have a option. Okay, since it's not in HTML, we are not getting this. Let's open it. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So we cannot run this directly in the browser, or we cannot do, for example, this HTML file, right? So if I go right click and here, why is this so ugly? Yeah. I can say something like open with live server, but if I go to the template, you can see I cannot do that, right? Because this is HBS file, so we have to convert this into the that file. What do you call that? HTML file. Okay, sorry for a bit of confusions. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to just simply go to our auto-only report, the existing, and here I have this template, right? So I'm just going to copy this everything and I'm going to paste in my HBS file. Okay, so this is the syntax of HBS file. Like I can right click and format also. Yeah. So this is the pass count, this is the fail count, this is the skip count, this is the alt test count. This we extracted from the auto report in previous video, right? So this thing I don't need anymore because this is already there. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this. Now I have to give the template file. I have to read the file, right? So how to read the file is very simple. We can say like const template source. Then I can use like file system dot read file sync, and we have to give the location of the file path, right? So sorry, it should be like process dot, and it's in the current working directory, or else I can also use like dash dash. That means wherever this auto report, right? So it will take it from the same directory, that is template. Initially when I get it, I found really difficult with dash dash directory process dot current working directory, because it differs based on the operating system. So if you have like, instead of dash dash direct name, I can just simply use like colon dot slash then followed by the name, right? But when we build it and when we ship to the npm package, there we cannot say like people will understand on, I mean, install only on Windows, Mac, or any other operating system, right? So to handle all the file system, because file systems are different across different operating systems, so to handle that, npm provides us all these things, so we just have to make use of it. Okay, so from the current directory I will take the file that is template.html. So let me just copy the file name and paste over here, and then we have to give the type. So it's going to be like utf-8. Okay, so just a character encoding. Okay, oh, it's giving errors. I don't. Let me just quickly check. I think I messed up something. Okay, we have to pass the utf in the next argument. Okay, so this should go, it should again in the path dot is also these are the mistakes I have learned. So yeah, bear with me for some time. Okay, now we'll just pass the template source to this guy. Okay, that's it. We are pretty much done now. Okay, so how does it works in the sense like it will go and take from the current directory. So if you mouse over, you probably can read, not yeah, fine. So you can just get the file, that is the HBS file. We'll compile the file. So if you remember previously, now what we have done is we are taking the template source from a other file. That's the only difference. So we are doing the compiling, and once that is compiled, we are trying to create our HTML file, and of course we are writing it. Now here you can see like we are again passing these things, right? So in the template we have to pass whatever the data. So that is how it works. So for example, here we have all test count, that is what we have given here. So that is how we are passing the actual data. Now we have only 4, so that's fine. If we have large set of data which will going to happen, then of course this is not a good way. So what will have, what we should do is we should uh, store this in a variable. Okay, so we have we don't have the code suggestions now. So let's do one thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just create a const data and object, and within the object let's pass this everything here. Okay, and now we are just going to we just stored that in a const, I mean data object, and within the object we passed all the details. Okay, so that's it. I hope you are able to understand. Now let's go and run this. Okay, so I'm going to first build it. So how to build it? If you go to the package.json, you can see like we have this. Okay, we didn't build it yet. Not build. How did we create the one? What we did here? Okay. So as of now, we are not building. We are just running directly from here, I guess. Yeah, directly from here, we are running within the same project. So build is not required now. Okay, but okay, we will see how to build it in the next video and test this in another project. But for now, let's run this right now. Okay, so I'm just going to go to my test, and yeah, let's take this one. Let's see what happens. And by the way, so already we have this result.html, right? So what will it do means it will always overwrite. Okay, so now if I go to my result.html file and if I uh, refresh, so you can see like we have all test and is file is failed. Okay, so now if I go to this result.html, since we have already this Bulma CSS, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say like class, then followed by s dash one. Okay, now let me open this in live server. Okay, it's the theme is working, but uh okay, it's not working. The Bulma CSS is not at working, so let's go and check why it's not working. So okay, the class name should be title. Let's go and check if it's working. So if I go to my VS Code and here, which is to type. Yeah, so yeah, okay, just got a bit confused with this title. So it should be like title, and you can see like as soon as we add the what we call that class, we are able to get it. So for example, here also let's change this to title, and you can see we are able to work. Okay, so now basically we understand like how to integrate the CSS, but we have to create the UI, right? So let's focus on the UI. So there are two ways we can do. Either we can go to the Bulma documentation, we can read the documentation and we can write, or else what we can do is we can simply use the ChatGPT. So here what we are going to do, we are just going to add a prompt to build the UI using CSS. That's going to be really easy, right? So we can just say like create a HTML file using Bulma CSS where I want to add 4 cards with title and span tag maybe, and span. Okay, let's just give this prompt. Let's see, of course we can improve. That's how ChatGPT work, right? So since we have like past, failed, skipped and all test, we have like 4 data. I have created this 4 title. Okay, I'm just going to copy the body section because already we have all the other things, right? So we can just simply go and copy the body section and paste over here. Sorry, not this file. We have to make changes in the HBS file. Okay, so I'm going to paste within the body, and yeah, we'll delete the existing body, but I want this guys. So yeah, let's delete and we can add it anyways, not a big deal. Okay, now right click and format the document, and seems like it's working, looks good. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to just replace the values. For example, all test count, right? So here card one title should be like all test, and here we'll just add our template, so this should be within the double brackets, right? That's it. So then we have the past test, right? So we'll say like past, and here we'll use the past count variable. So let me just, not necessary you have to code everything, since we already have, we are in the generation of AI, make sure. But AI will not help you in all the things. So when I started to build this, like, it doesn't know how the playwright reporter works, so I have to enter a lot of details. Then to design it, I have used, and for segregating the data, I have used ChatGPT. Okay, it's not like I have built entirely. Of course, I took help of ChatGPT, but in a better way. Now I'll just add this and double bracket. Okay, similarly here also we have this one, so let's make it like skipped. Yeah, and here also we have to give the skip data. Copy the skip count and paste over here. Okay, so our template is almost ready. Now let's go and run this with all the tests. Okay, so I'm going to say npm run test. Before that, few corrections I want to make. Let's not display this console log, so let me delete it. And once the html file is generated, I want to give the user a notification, right? So of course we'll add the console log, and then we'll say like report generated, at, and we can give the uh, file path, right? So we'll just give this like html path. Okay, now let's go and let's see, let's say npm run test. Okay, so you can see like reported generated, and we got the full path of the file, right? So let's go back to our report, that is result.html, and if you refresh, of course you can see like we got this like 26 4 1 and skip. Actually it looks better than compared to this one, right? The text are looking really nice over here. Okay, and of course the advantage of using Bulma CSS is that it will become like uh, mobile friendly. Like, you don't have to worry so much about how to manage in mobile. Of course we are not going to use this report in the mobile, but maybe in future if you want to do, you can. So using a css framework is another advantage. Okay, now here you can select, we are getting the dark theme. So we'll, in the next video we'll learn how to get the preferences from user. For example, in our auto report we have this feature called uh, theme, right? So we can select the theme and we can pass it to the html file, right? So we'll learn this and maybe a few other details like how to pass the author name, test type, and durations, all those things. Okay, so I hope you have learned how to build your own reporter with the help of uh, handlebars, and how to use the chat gpt to create your ui. And yeah, we'll learn a lot of things maybe in the upcoming videos. So I have planned for a few other like 4 or 5 videos, I guess, and then I will just wrap it up. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to reply. Tada, bye bye, take care.